we don't want our children to feel as though they are not part of this community. And our goal is to hear your voices and allow you to just let everyone know what's happening. Many people think this is just a one-time incident. Many people think that as these communities change, that there's not this feeling that you no longer belong in the community that you made what it is. And so that is why the Assemblywoman and I said, let's go directly to the community, have you come, let's interact with each other, all right? Oh, come on, let's get some energy. Assemblywoman?
Hello, everyone. My name is Assembly Member Rodneyse Bichotte. This is my district, the 42nd, Flatbush. And I'm here with you, my people, okay, to fight against outrage, attacks against our children, okay? 1955, we know what happened to Emmett Till, right? A young boy visiting his family in the Delta. He's from Chicago, going into a grocery store. Next thing you know, he's accused of assaulting a woman. As a result, this young 14 black boy was brutalized and killed without any due process, without any hearing, no trial. We are not going to relive this today, ladies and gentlemen. No way, Jose. We are not over our dead body, okay? We have been in this community for a very long time. We are not going to let people come in and tell us how to live our lives, okay? I want to thank Borough President Eric Adams for having this community forum because we want to hear from you. We want to hear from the young kids here, okay? These young brothers here who we want to help be something in our community. We want to make sure that we're going to write legislation. Senator Parker has a legislation, okay? A legislation that says people who misuse calling 911 should be penalized, okay? And I'm going to be co-sponsoring that bill on the Assembly side. And let me tell you, to the young brother who's here, you know, I tell you, this is real. This is really real. And I cannot imagine how traumatized this young boy, innocent, coming from school, and having to live this, having to live 1955, having to live the Jim Crow laws, having to live racism every day. You know, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to be with this little boy and his family, his mother. We're going to make sure that we are going to bring peace. We're going to make sure that we're going to bring prayer, okay? Because that woman, she needs prayer, okay? She's probably has something going on. She needs prayer. So with that, I thank you. I thank you. And I'm sorry on behalf of that woman. I'm sorry for having gone what you had to go through. But as your legislator, I'm going to make sure we're going to write bills to protect you, to protect the people here. So Flatbush, we're together, right? We're together. We are going to protect our kids. We are not going to criminalize our kids. We're going to educate our kids. Yes? They are going to be of value in our society because our kids are the future. Thank you.
Well said, Queen. Well said. Listen, we're going to bring our soldier. Come here, you our soldier. We're going to put him right here, right in the middle with his mother. Come on. Say right. These are your classmates. These are your classmates. That's right. These are your classmates. And your classmates are here to stand strong. You hear? Let me tell you something. When I used to cry as a little boy, everybody need to watch out because that's when I'm going to be my strongest. So you don't even worry about those tears. You got a great family. You have a great community, and that's why they're here. Look at all these people behind you. See that? Look at these people behind you. They're here for you. You hear me? They're here for you. We're here for you. Don't even, you are not alone. All your classmates are here. This is about, okay? We're all together on this, all right? So, Pastor Monrose, you're going to control, we're going to hear some from community residents, and then if you feel up to it, you can say whatever you want.
And again, you know, to the strong strength of Jeremiah and your little sister and your mom, you know, our prayers are with you. Someone mentioned prayer, and again, that's what we want to do. All right, so we want to have a community conversation.
I just feel bad for that boy, and a home county will pay.
I feel bad for him because if it's sad that they could do it to one boy, they could do it to everybody, every little boy out there. And if I'm a little boy myself, if they do it to me, I'll be in tears exactly like he is. So I feel very sad and very bad for him. And I wish the best for you and your family.
Thank you.
So I'm here to say that we are a peaceful community. And throughout the years, we have lived a struggle with each other. We have learned to love each other. We have learned to care for each other. And since gentrification started in the last 10 years, so we have welcomed anybody who decide to come and live in our midst.
Now, what really concerns me, aside from the fact that this woman lied, is that she said she is a police officer. In the state of New York, it is a felony, okay, to impersonate a police officer. So I would like to know when exactly she's going to be arrested, because to my knowledge, she has not been arrested yet.
I would just like to say that that white lady had so much hate that she could think that an 8-year-old boy could sexually harass her, which I don't even know why she think an 8-year-old boy can harm her. I don't understand that.
Our children this age are still subjected to this type of treatment. We have to do something about this. If there's one thing that I learned, it's that equality feels like oppression to the privileged. And what we need to do is we need to start holding everyone to the same standard of accountability. And where we stand today, if I were to gyrate myself in front of a young 8-year-old white girl and pretend to be a police officer, forcing them to stay in my presence, if I were to behave like that, I'd be charged with a myriad of charges.
My name is Selena, and I would like to say that I feel so heart-wrenched that this had to happen to you. And I feel like it's not just now, it's been happening. It's just that it's just one incident that has been recognized because someone decided to bring out their camera to show the world that this is happening. And I feel like our community only comes together when it's things like this, and I feel like it needs to stop.
When I seen the video, I didn't realize I've seen so many of them, and it's hurtful to watch them. I am Caucasian, I'm white, right? But it's still hurtful to watch and to see the racism and the animosity and the hatred, the pure hatred. But when it hit home is when it happened to somebody that I knew. And he is, like I said, he is one of the sweetest children. He's a good boy, and this family did not deserve it. There needs to be charges pressed on that lady. That was an undertone of racism and hate, her aggressiveness, the way she acted, and additionally the harassment. That was emotionally traumatic to these children and to their mother, who did not deserve that. She is a hardworking woman. At the end of the day, there needs to be something brought against them, criminally, against the lady, criminally and civilly.
I come this evening to support this family because what they have did to him, it's terrible, and it could happen to any one of us, children or grandchildren, and this have to be stopped. And it starts right now with each and every one of us. This child, we all have to support him, and we have to give God thanks for the camera, because without the camera, it would be a different thing. Camera is the best thing. We prove it. And this lady needs to be prosecuted. Thank you.
My name is Samiko. I am the mother of Jeremiah and Kylie. I am a hardworking, full-time, God-fearing woman. Last week, just a normal day for me, preparing for my children. I said to them, let's stop by Flatbush area. This is my time I have with my kids. The time that I struggle to balance home and work, this was one of the moments that I have with them before I return back to work. I decided to stop in at this deli store where this lady proceeded to intimidate, harass, and antagonize me and my children. With that being said, what happened to us respecting one another, having unity, and being neighborly? Did we forget that? But that day, this fear was placed into my children's heart. Having to explain to your 9-year-old son what assault means, what sexual assault means, and having to go over the term with him what racism is, and having to witness and see that he's crying all over again. Now that day, I know many of you said, oh, why didn't she just walk away? Well, that was God that made me walk away with my kids. That was God in me. And having to go home and deal with this by myself, I can't believe the outpour of positivity that people are displaying here today. And I am telling you here from this moment on, don't just shy away from anything that's happening to somebody on the street. I thank God for Jason, who took that time out and said, Mom, I'm here, and I will help you. And from that moment on, I love you too, Jason. I knew that God was using me for a purpose, and I'm hoping today that when you go home to your children, parents, please, whether you're single parents or not, please, sit there, hug your children. It's okay to be afraid, but this right here was not your fault, Jeremiah, okay? It was not your fault. And I'm your mother, and I'm going to do what I can to make sure that every other child doesn't have to experience. Nobody should have to be in this alone. And I appreciate you guys coming out here today to show me that love and support.
I know that I'm crying right now, but people should be treated equally the same way we should be treated. Like, it doesn't matter if you're good or not. It doesn't matter if you're arrested or not. People should be treated the same way. Your families, your friends, and your siblings. This should be stopped. Racism should be stopped. No one should be calling other people other curse words and stuff like that, like other appropriate words like foul languages that people are not supposed to use. Violence is not the answer to everything, but it's not really the answer. It's not the key. It's not the key. Friendship is really the key. Friendship is really the key. Violence shouldn't be key for everybody. Everybody's saying violence is the answer, but violence is really not the answer. In my feelings, I think that everybody, whatever it is in this whole country, should be allowed to do anything they can. Like Martin Luther King Jr., he brought people together. He brought whites and blacks together. He didn't want other people to be separate. White and blacks in different schools, white and blacks drinking from different water fountains, using the same bathroom, restaurants. It shouldn't be the same way that is here in 2018.
Hey, God is trusting us. God is trusting us on everything. Treat people different. Treat people the same way you want to be treated. Please, I'm begging for all of y'all. Please don't do bad things, or else you're going to be in jail. Or else you're going to be in jail. You're going to be locked up forever, like those bad guys in the jail, and you're not going to be safe in the jail. But violence should be off the charts right now, like off our vocabulary.
Jason. Listen, we wanna thank you, Jeremiah, for being strong, and we want to also like Jason to close this out. Jason, we want to thank you as Jeremiah's mother said. You know, you did something. You watched. You did not stand by. And we appreciate you, soldier. Here you are, Jason.
Thank you. All right, it's been a long week. A lot of people basically spoke to me. Damn. All right, first of all, I just want to say, again, #justice for Jeremiah, right? This has to stop, people. This has to stop. I'm sorry this happened to you, Jeremiah. I'm sorry this happened to you, Mom. Everybody, look at the little sister, too. Because everybody, we know he cried, but we saw her crying, too. And that's a 5-year-old child.
All right. We are Senator Jesse Hamilton is with us. We want to thank all of you for coming out. And again, let's coalesce, let's organize, let's organize, let's organize.